So I'm going to be doing part 2 of what if Deku had had a sand quirk. So basically, Deku, he went home, told the parents, had dinner, eat, mailman. I skipped that on, I actually was doing that soon, but then my mom called me, so living crap. So I don't have time to go back over all that stuff again because that was literally 2 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're just going to skip to when Deku reaches UA. Now, why do I feel like I'm not going to get a lot of views in this video? Oh, sorry. As we see Deku, he's just there, Like, he enters UA, and then he sees how ginormous the doors are, and he's a little stunned, because he hasn't been in UA for, a long time. He's been to UA before. His dad snatched, I don't know! It doesn't matter, bro. So we can see as Deku walks inside the classroom as he hears a boy yelling. A blonde, buffed kind of boy. This boy's name is Bakugo Katsuki. As he turns and looks at Deku. And he rushes at Deku saying, "I'm gonna darn kill you, Deku! You got a higher score than me!" As he runs up to Deku. And he is about to punch him with an explosion. But then, Aizawa comes out as he says, "Hold your chunks." Huh? As he tells everybody to sit down, and he then says, "It took you too long to sit down." Usually emo Aizawa bullcrap. Or, yeah. As we then see Deku, he then starts to run. Oh my gosh, why do I keep going inside of weird, bro, that was so weird. As we see Deku, and they got to the playground and stuff where they're running and stuff. Oh my freaking gosh, bro. I can't think right now. So Aizawa tells them to put on their vest and suits so they can go and do the student application quirks bullshit. Man, I actually wanted to say that. Bullcrap. And so they go out there and Deku pumps up his legs with sand. His legs, hey, Aizawa never said you could. Wait, nah, he didn't. Okay, so Deku turns the inner part of his body into sand. And he then takes off as he's using the sand to make his legs go faster, pushing his legs faster like a treadmill kind of. Not like a treadmill, but a bike. Yeah, like a bike. As he pushes his legs so fast that when it's time for them to do the thing, Deku is at 2.2 ton. 2.22. So, as everyone's shocked, and I think this beats Ida. As we can see, as it's now time for the grip test. Now, Deku, he can't really do anything special in here. You could, applicate that, Deku, uses his sand to give him a better grip, and then he, uses his sand to push on the bar, try to crush the bar, but, we're not gonna do that. Deku squeezes the bar, and he gets somewhere around 80 to 180. He gets 85. He gets 90. Yeah. He gets 100. 106. Yeah, 106. Deku's a pretty strong guy. So we can see as it's now time for the, crap it. Okay, so then we go to the sand throwing test. And Deku, honestly, if we think about it, Deku can't do anything in here. But for plot armor, we're going to say Deku grabs the sand Deku grabs the ball, throws it in the air, creates a sand arrow. He creates a sand arrow, stabs it into the ball, and makes the ball fly, and he gets somewhere around 700. Now, honestly, I'm not gonna put Deku at like 4 or 6. Deku's literally at number 9, so he's like the average student. The average everyday student. You know what I mean? Well, he's more than average because he's in top 10. But hey, some people did better. As nobody's actually gonna be leaving, and Aizawa just said his entire thing was a bluff. And they didn't go back to classes. Then later in the day, All Might appears, yelling, "I'm here," walking through the door like a normal person. So we didn't see All Might, and everything goes in canon. And then we didn't get up to the suit part. What we're gonna do in this is Ochako still with Deku. Deku versus Bakugo and Ida. So Deku walks in as he didn't hear somebody rummaging down the stairs. And of course this is your only and only Bakugo. As Deku is kind of pissed at Bakugo. Like, he's pretty annoying. Deku puts his hand on the... Wait. Actually, I said that he has a sand quirk. Oh, crap. So that means that... Okay, Deku, he cannot control sand. Y'all, he cannot, like... Yes, he can. What he does is... Because he can only turn his body into sand and he can bond with other sand. So when Deku does his, like, big tornadoes or stuff, he just uses, like, minerals and stuff as sand. Kind of. You get my drift? Even though it's not sand. And dust. Yeah, he uses dust and stuff. I don't think y'all get my drift, but alright. Deku touches the ground as all the minerals and dust inside the room, because let's just say UA hasn't cleaned this place in a little time, but it still looks pretty good. As Deku then creates a sand wave, or a wave of sand, or more like a dust wave, as it then goes flying at Bakugo. Now, since this is not actual sand, it just hits Okay, yeah, Deku can control sand. But the thing is, it's a little bit harder for Deku to control and manipulate sand, because he is sand, and even though he can bond with sand, sometimes, like, his quirk is really dangerous, because he turns his atoms and stuff into, like, he turns his body into sand. Everything in his body into sand, but if he tries to bring sand to him while he's turned into sand, it's a high risk that he might literally just turn into freaking sand. So that's why Deku doesn't do that a lot. As this, it don't really do anything to Bakugo. Bakugo just sets off a big explosion to clear the light, and Deku just rushes at, turns his bottom part of his body into sand, as he then rushes at Bakugo. Now, Deku has like a... We're not going to give him what Smoker has now, because that's a little bit too OP. What Deku has a bow staff. 2 bow staffs that can connect together. And they're also pretty bendable, so he can wrap them around people and stuff. Deku fly... Oh, or should I just give him smokers? Nah. So, Deku flies at Bakugo as... Huh? Oh, wait, I gotta show y'all something. You know how it be. Yeah, just have to show y'all that. As we didn't see Deku, he rushes at Bakugo as he breaks his baton in two. Like he can easily just like it's like kind of like magnets. You know Nightwing, how he can detach and reattach his bow? Yeah, Deku can do that with his. And he can also bend it like Hina, you know, her ability. As he turns his bow into two, and his bow is about 6 feet, so now they're both 3 feet. He then slaps it in Bakugo's face as Bakugo, like, spit comes out of Bakugo's mouth. Bakugo turns around as he punches Deku in the, he tries to punch Deku in the face, but Deku sees this punch coming. So he turns his face into sand, making Bakugo's punch go straight through him. And Bakugo then says, I see what you're doing. As he then sets off an explosion at Deku, which, since Bakugo, the heat in Bakugo's explosion makes Deku's, sand get harder, which get harder, no homo, no pun intended, I mean, which makes him turn back to his regular humanoid form. And then he literally cannot turn back to sand for a couple of minutes. I mean, for a couple of seconds. So 5 seconds. As Bakugo then sets off explosion at Deku's tummy, sending Deku flying back. Deku then gets back up as it's now 3 minutes. Bakugo then quickly rushes over at Deku. Deku just jumps in the air as he slaps his foot into Bakugo's face. And he realizes he's finally got it back. As Deku jumps back, he then touches the ground. As he yells, double twin sharks! As two sand sharks then come and they slam into Bakugo, sending Bakugo to the other side of the room. Deku then says, I don't have time to deal with you. As he uses his sand and he ties Bakugo, like he sticks his sand to the wall and ties it around Bakugo's wrist as Bakugo's just trying to get out. And Deku slapped him in the face, you know, with his baton, kind of getting Bakugo a little bit drowsy as Deku starts to run away. Bakugo, he breaks out of the chains and he's rushing after Deku. Ooh, Ochako, she laughed. Ida sees her. Deku comes inside the room and Ida then tries to blitz Deku, but Deku turns into sand and he surrounds, sand just surrounds Ida out of nowhere like a cocoon. As Ida, he's trying to get out, but then, as Bakugo gets upstairs, he says, I'm gonna get you! Deku then releases, the sand off of Ida, pushing Ida at Bakugo. Slamming Ida into Bakugo, and they fell straight down the stairs, with Ochako and Deku being able to go and get the rocket. Team Hero wins, All Might says in the intercom, and this is where I'm going to be ending off this video. I know this was a little lazy, but like, comment, subscribe, share to all of your friends on your social media platforms. You too, we out.